Okay,
let's do it.
yeah, you remember where you were? You were just leaving the city, Chicago. You're going into the Reaching Wood. You have those supplies from Balthazar. You step outside the final stone gates of Chicago. It has many stone gates. The sprawling city of enlightenment. The guards in purple regalia nod at you as you pass. They understand your intent to some degree, and one yells at you, "Godspeed," as you continue out of the city and down the road. And when you look back, you can see some kind of despair in his face, but it's only for a second. He sighs, and before long, you're out of sight of him and of the city, and you're going through the woods. When the trees come into view, their boughs seem to combine into one huge twisting abomination, and they stand stoic, but they welcome you as verdant giants, inviting, tantalizing, and deadly. Is there anything you want to do? Or say?
Heading back. Fuck this shit. JK.
Rusty Patrick?
Hello.
Sorry, I walked
Sorry,
away.
what is it? Okay, I forgot the button.
Okay. Anything? You just want to keep going?
Wait, so they're a bunch of giants or little people or what? They're walking us through where? They have bows, but their bows are one big bow? What?
Yeah. The trees like combine and they look ominous, and it seems like they all combine to make one huge menacing thing, but it's just what it seems. And yeah, they're like tall and scary, but they sort of welcome you too.
Who's afraid of some trees? Just go, dudes.
I,
Come on.
I want to say. I want to say this seems inviting. Let's go, guys.
Okay.
I follow.
How far is it to the cult camp?
That's what I was gonna say, and then I forgot what I was gonna say. Uh, you guys don't really know exactly where you're headed because there aren't detailed maps inside this forest, and you're just kind of heading in a general direction and seeing what you find.
Okay, gang, let's split up and search for clues. I'll go with Daphne. Rusty, you take Velma.
Oh man.
Yeah, you got the shaft on that one. One second.
Wait. Who do I get?
You
You're
get
Velma, dude.
Scooby.
I don't think splitting up is a good idea, my new friends.
Neither do I. So let's go.
Okay,
Advance forward.
your mule, I don't think he has a name, but you drag him along and he seems sort of reluctant, but eventually he settles in after you guys have been in there for a few hours. And it's now sometime in the afternoon, but the sun doesn't really shine through the boughs of the trees. Only small rays of light can be found, so it's really dark. You guys have a lunch, you eat some rations, you might want to mark them off, and you keep an eye out. But you get this sense that you're not alone, but you don't really see uh, anything that would suggest otherwise. You're gonna roll perception maybe?
Yes, sir.
I download an app for that.
I got 13.
I rolled a 10, so my passive is 17.
Wow. Patrick? Playing Avalon placeholder?
One moment. Let me go find. Where's my character sheet? Anybody?
I probably have a link to it on Facebook. Do you want the link? If you go to the website, it's saved in the website for you.
The Facebook page?
No, the website that you use to make the sheet will always save your last sheet in there, so
What's it called?
I don't remember.
Media crowd. I believe it's Media Crab.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's in our Facebook messages too. I don't know if that's the most up-to-date one.
I rolled an 11 if you want to find mine, because I'm having some difficulty at the moment.
It probably won't be enough. No one notices anything out of the ordinary, but you have this mounting sense of dread that you're being followed.
Giant spiders, everybody. Get ready for giant spiders.
Yeah, you may have encountered some in your adventures. Well, you continue on for a few hours without anything happening.
Can we roll perception every hour?
Yeah. Say 3 have passed.
I got a 22
Okay.
to look around just because I'm a worrywart and I kind of want to keep an eye out to make sure we don't get ambushed.
Okay, that's fine. You do that. You keep your head on the swivel while you guys are marching through the forest, which is a pretty good idea considering how foreboding it is. What you see isn't much, but say an hour after the first roll that you guys did, you notice a figure that moves from like one tree to the other. Do you want to like move toward it or just keep going? It was very faint.
Want to inconspicuously inform the others as I move, but I kind of want to like tell them to act natural.
Okay.
Be
What-
prepared. Be prepared for anything.
I take my flute out and start playing it.
Okay. Do you do anything, Patrick? Do you follow the advice or no?
I dick around with my computer because everything's been weird.
You just
Yeah,
repeat.
who wants to, I don't know, let's not start a fire, start screaming, no. Yeah, what's everyone doing? Sorry, I'm trying to fucking figure, my computer's acting out.
Rusty saw a figure moving from one tree to the other very quickly off in the distance, and sort of like skulking, slinking around, and he tried to inform you guys, and he did it very inconspicuously and told you to act natural, and then Farin pulls out a flute and starts playing it.
Okay, so let's just go in that general direction. I'm sure this dude knows the forest better than us.
You want to walk toward him? Alone?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. You don't know where that is, though, because I don't think Grim showed you.
I saw the general direction in which he was like traveling, so I'll lead the party in that way.
Okay.
Can I assume that we're not technically on a path?
Yeah, there aren't really very many past. There's like a bunch of leaves that I've collected through the years, and you're just like stepping on those, stepping over logs and like weeds and sticks, twigs. Yeah, but you guys start heading over that way, and you are closing in on where you thought you saw this person, but it was probably like 200 or 300 yards away. And by the time you get there, of course, you don't really find
Well, I didn't
anything.
mean like directly head towards where he was, but like in the same direct, like diagonally towards where he was headed.
Okay. Well, then you continue on your path, and you're sort of still just like stumbling through the woods, not finding anything. You're seeing a lot of wildlife, of course, small insects and beetles and things crawling around the undergrowth, but nothing major. And go ahead and do another perception check after an hour.
20.
Nice. Anything for you, Boomer?
I got I got 20 plus, but I can't find what my plus is because my character sheet isn't loading up.
Alright, did you check the Facebook chat?
It's in the chat on the Facebook, or it's on the Facebook page.
It's in the chat meeting you were having.
Hey, I missed that. I was changing the baby's diaper.
Okay. You walk toward you walk sort of diagonally toward where you thought the person was, or whatever it was, and you don't find anything along the way, and you continue walking for an hour, so you can roll perception again.
Mine can't. Go ahead.
I want to look for berries.
Okay. You're not seeing any berries because it's not very fertile out here, but before you can look hard, you notice some snakes crawling out of the underbrush that you're walking on, and it seems like the leaves underneath you are like shifting as if there were many, like a carpet of snakes underneath them. You're all standing on top of the leaves that this is happening on.
My perception check was a 30.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely able to notice this. Is there something you want to do?
I noticed leaves on top of what?
The leaves underneath your feet are moving, and you see at the edges of this patch, like this little small area of leaves that you're standing on, that there are snakes crawling out of these holes in the leaves or holes in the ground, and there are all sorts of colors, mostly black, red, and yellow.
Yeah, I'm fucking jumping back.
Okay. Anyone else want to do something?
So guys, this tree is one giant organism and we just walked into its stomach. These are actually the white blood cells. We're all being consumed alive.
I'm gonna roll a nature check.
And do you do anything, Rusty?
I am contemplating. I want to see what his nature check gives us.
I got a 19.
Well, you don't know what he knows, and he doesn't have much time to explain it.
Oh, that's true. All right. I'm going to roll forward since somebody is jumping backwards, or dive forward.
Okay. On your nature check, you remember some of the old camping trips you did with your father, and how he talked about snakes. And usually snakes, these colors are poisonous and not to be taken lightly, especially when there are so many. But
I climbed a tree.
alright, you dash toward a tree. Hold on, I need to get some water. Alright. As Grim rolls forward, well, dives and then rolls, I assume. He must fend off some snakes trying to jump on him.
He gets bit on his butt.
Okay. Yeah, you dive and roll forward, but you don't go far enough. And I mean, because the snakes just like jump out on you and latch on you and bite you. Well, a few of them.
What'd they roll to hit?
Good question. A 24.
Damn. These snakes are strong.
Yeah. Yeah, a few of them are now like sort of on your person and have bit you like twice. You take 5 piercing damage and you have to make a con save.
Shit.
Dead.
I can let you make a jump.
I
You
got,
can try
I
an
got
athletics to actually get away. And perhaps miss the bite.
I got a 17 con save.
Okay, what's your athletics?
How many snakes are we talking?
More than you can count.
That is very unfortunate. I stay climbed up in this tree.
Well, hold on, we haven't gotten to you yet. Did you want to try an athletics, Rusty?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, you do pass your con save and you take 5 poison damage. You feel the poison seep into your bones, and anything that Faerun may or may not have said about the snakes, you feel like it is very true. They are dangerous and not to be trifled with. But, Boomer, try an athletics. See how good your jump backwards is. You could also do acrobatics to have good reflexes, and Patrick, you can do the same. You can choose athletics or acrobatics.
I got a 6.
Patrick? Alright, what's your AC,
Boomer? It's half the dex for the acrobatics mod, and then plus 5 for training, right?
That's sort of what it was in 5th edition, but this one it's plus 2 for proficiency if you're proficient, and then your full dex mod or strength mod if you're trying athletics. Nope, the mod is the ability modifier.
The ability modifier being half the 4.
Nope, it's 4.
Like, it's always 4?
There's a table, it's like a 10 and an 11 are 0, 12 and 13 are 1, 14 and 15 are 2, 16 and 17 are 3, 18 and 19 are 4.
I got 14.
I have 20 dex, so that means 5.
Yep.
I got 27.
Okay. So, what did you get, Boomer, again?
I got a 6, so they definitely bit me.
And your AC was 17, you said?
14.
Okay. So they hit you as well. As you try to dive back, I mean, you don't dive far enough, and there are snakes where your feet land, and they're lashing out at you, trying to bite you and down you so that they can all take turns eating you. Which would probably be hard for snakes, but they manage. And you take 3 points of piercing and make a con save.
16.
Okay, nice. So you take 4 poison. And Avalon, the ever, I don't know, nimble, he's very roguish, very nimble, obviously. He just dashes at the first sign of danger, and he's already almost up a tree. What do you guys do now? You could try to roll initiative if you want, or just tell me.
I'll roll initiative, I guess.
These things are fucking minions. There's the whole thing where there's more than we could count. So, yeah,
I
you
rolled a
guys are
20.
going,
I rolled a
playing the
20.
monkey thing and rolling away.
I want to get these fuckers off my body.
Yeah, you're gonna try to run away, Patrick?
Yeah, you're gonna try to run away, Patrick?
You guys want to take a gamble, and I'll lend you guys these mystery poisons?
They're snakes, so I don't know how well poison would use on, or be with the snake,
Well, I can't abandon these guys because the gods told me to save their fucking lives, even though they're dumbasses and want to fight a million snakes.
Hey, I don't want to fight them. I say we get out of here.
Yeah, you could try to run away.
I said Mama ain't raised no bitch.
Or at least get up a fucking tree, because last I checked, snakes can't climb trees, right?
Actually, some
They
can.
can't.
Yeah, no, snakes can definitely climb trees.
Well,
Snakes
these
can definitely climb trees.
These snakes don't have thumbs, though. I'm pretty sure snakes without thumbs.
You ever seen Anaconda?
The music
Yeah.
video?
Snakes are capable of many things that us people with arms wouldn't imagine. But
Okay, let's just run from them.
These anacondas don't.
looking at this swarm of snakes, you get the sense, Boomer, that trying to use a weapon would be ineffective. You remember some things your father taught you about smoking animals out and stuff like that? You'd have to do some like serious like magic or something, like drop some heavy object on them or burn them all for it to actually make a difference.
Wait, you said there's a pile of leaves?
Well, there's leaves all around you because leaves fall off the trees and they don't go anywhere. So there's this large pile of
How
leaves pretty much
flammable do they
everywhere.
look?
Let's not catch the forest on fire, guy.
Fuck that, I'm catching the forest on fire.
Okay. They're sort of damp, but they would catch fire. I don't know what would happen after that, and you don't either.
Well, let's gamble. I'm gonna go with a firebolt to the ground to get these fucking snakes away.
Alright, go for a roll. It's your proficiency plus your wizard ability, which is intelligence modifier.
Okay, I got an 18. I rolled an 18. Now, what's it plus?
Plus 2 plus your intelligence modifier.
So, plus 2, which is 20, 24.
Alright, your bolt hits its mark, which is like in the center, well, the perceived like epicenter of all these snakes. And the leaves start to smoke and smolder, and it looks like a few more tries might get a decent fire going. A few of them, you hear a few of them hiss in pain, but overall, they're still gonna be kicking because there's not like a huge fire that you started. Anyone else want to act?
I want
Roll
to
a
get these
torch.
things off of me. How would I remove these
I
snakes?
don't know what I'm gonna do yet, so let me figure it out. Go probably do an athletics roll or acrobatics. You can either try to leap away or you can try to like maybe remove them and like tumble away. Is there something you want to do while you're up the tree, Patrick?
I am looking up what all my spells do.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just kind of enjoying the show.
It looks like you could try to shimmy out on a branch and drop into a safe area.
Is anywhere safe, or all these motherfuckers just came out of the fucking leaves?
There are perceived safe places. It looks like they were all just like they were like in a snake pit. Well, they like made it. It's like a snake-made snake pit. They were all just like congregating there waiting for some unlucky creature to spring their trap.
I roll like a 20-something to shoot a fireball and kill them all.
You don't have fireball yet.
I have firebolt.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead and do it. Try to... Oh, you said you rolled
Same
26.
difference.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 plus, so it probably hit whatever.
Yeah, you hit right sort of where Faerun hit too with his fire bolt that came right out of his flute, and you set the snake. You start the fire even more, but it looks like it will take a little bit more effort to get something good going. And what are you looking like, Rusty? What are you doing about these snakes on you?
Well, I typed out what I got. I got a 10 for
Understood.
acrobatics. Can I just like hit him with an unarmed strike and try and like crush
Yeah.
its head?
Yeah, you try to peel them off you by their tails,
Yeah,
which
you
is the
try
best way
to
to hold a
peel them
snake,
off you by their tails, which is the best
but
way to.
you don't succeed in getting all of them off you. So sure, you could do a strike or so, whatever kind you want to do.
Do any of you who actually made a nature check like straight up?
Boomer did have one, but he didn't tell anyone about what he knew.
Boomer, don't be a dumbass.
What do you want to know?
I want to know that I have fucking illusion spell and I can cast it. Okay, small.
You have what?
Minor illusion.
What are you gonna do with that?
What are you gonna do?
Scare them off.
Okay, you could try. Hold on though.
Like,
Go ahead and
Try. Hold on, no. We're good.
make your thing,
I
Rusty.
need to know what would chase them off.
Make your thing, Rusty.
Do a nature check, or do one of you guys already have enough of a nature check where we would know?
Do I know, Nick?
You know what I told you is they're sort of scared of fire and smoke.
Alright,
But-
so I say, make it look like a big fire. Make it bigger. Bigger fire.
Yeah, you're doing a good job basically following his lead by shooting a firebolt there.
His lead by shooting a firebolt there.
I rolled a 19 plus to make the illusion of a giant fire, so it'll be a giant fake fire that will scare them all off and not burn the forest down.
Okay, Avalon, the resident environmentalist, starts a fake fire on top of the actual smoldering uh, leaves, but it doesn't produce heat, of course, so the snakes seem to not be scared.
Haven't they ever listened to fucking
Wow.
Smokey the Bear? Smokey the Bear knows what's up. It does produce heat.
No, it doesn't, it's an illusion.
Very viable illusion.
Smokey the Bear was invented for modern society. This is in modern
well,
times.
This is in
I'm
modern
minor
time.
illusion and create Smokey the Bear, and Smokey the Bear is gonna lecture those snakes for a long time.
Bro, it's Chicago.
Right, you make Smokey the Bear, and he starts lecturing him, but they don't seem to care either. In fact, they're infuriated. Yeah, 15 gets the rest of the snakes off you, Rusty. You beat them off, and you find yourself on a safe patch of dead leaves. And Boomer, you are still standing in the blast zone, so to speak. So they're gonna keep attacking you. And a few of them lash out at you, but you're able to dodge. What do you want to do?
Can I shoot another firebolt?
Yeah, do you want to back up at all?
Fuck no.
Okay, let's see. Let's see your firebolt.
I'm 22.
Alright, you get the fire going in earnest. The undergrowth is now really catching fire. Your firebolt shoots out of your flute. Maybe you're using it like a wand or you're still playing it. And it goes right into the leaves. The leaves ignite finally. And the snakes seem to just forget about eating you guys. And they start trying to get away from the fire, which is now spreading rapidly. What do you do?
I get the fuck out of there. I'm getting away.
Okay.
I'm gonna use some water in my water skin to try and wet the ground around it.
Okay, while you do that, a snake tries to bite you.
Oh, a bitch.
20.
Damn it.
A con save.
I got a 10.
Okay, you take 8 damage in total. Alright, Avalon, you're sitting up in the tree. You see one of your companions pull out his drinkable water and start
I fall
putting it on
down.
the ground. Alright, and then he gets bit by one rogue snake and he falls backwards. He like tenses up from the poison.
Okay, so Rusty's all rigor mortis right now.
What'd you say?
Rusty's all rigor mortis.
Well, he seems to not be in a good way.
Yeah, you should probably save him.
It's a good thing we don't have a healer. So, do I have any healing capacity, or do I just, like, use a firebolt and I'll cauterize the wound?
Uh, uh, Feyring can heal people if need be.
I can.
I guess I'll just have to suck the poison out.
Yeah, maybe. There's snakes. There's some like outlying snakes around the place. So you might want to go proceed with
I'm
caution.
grabbing his body. I'm just gonna grab his body and drag him out.
Okay. You
What do I
dance.
gotta roll?
Okay.
I'm a pussy and I rolled a 6.
Alright, you get to him, but you're trying to drag him and he's too heavy. Do you want to help out, Patrick, or no?
With my 10 strength, I would love to help.
Hey man, having the load is pretty helpful.
Okay, what? Roll the strength save?
Yeah.
check?
Yeah.
Guess who rolled a 9?
Alright, that's good enough. You guys each have one of his feet and you're dragging him away. And you get far enough away, what do you want to do at that point? You get about 50 yards away, you feel like you're in a safer spot.
I search his bag and I find a potion and I give it to him.
You do, and you do. And he heals for 11 points. You find yourself coming back into consciousness, and you don't really remember what happened. Your body is aching though from the poison.
Did I not make my con save?
No, you saw the light though, and you went.
Shit, did I
you
get
tried
any knowledge from it?
tried to go toward it, but then you got woken up.
Yeah, don't mess with snakes anymore.
Yeah, fuck those
I
things.
got a
Yeah, fuck
20
those
on a
things.
nature check to think of any, like, antidote, or is it not an ongoing poison damage?
You can do nature. You can always do a knowledge check.
A knowledge check.
Yeah, I got a 20, so how do we fix him?
It's gonna just take rest. You don't have the resources to create an antitoxin.
Come on, guys, usually, you know, the solution is by the problem.
Do a perception.
Can I suck the poison out of my own wound?
Yeah, you can do that.
I get a 5.
I see that.
Show off.
Alright, while you're sucking the poison out of your own body and spitting it onto the ground, hoping there's no more snakes, you notice that same like slinking figure, and it's coming toward you, kind of like going from tree to tree, trying to be inconspicuous, but you saw him. What do you do?
I point my head, because I can't stop sucking the poison out, over in that direction so that hopefully these guys can see it.
We can't really run with a poison dude, so I'm just gonna, ask this dude for help.
Okay. He kind of like tumbles, moves very swiftly, deftly through the forest, like he knows where every piece of like felled wood is and every patch of thorns. And he comes up to you guys. He's this elf who has paint all over his face, like smeared, and his hair is like all matted, but like some places it's braided. He has some places he has like what look like dreadlocks, but his hair is just kind of a mess. And he's wearing leathers of like deers or deer, that may be the plural, but he introduces himself as Gorg. He says, "Hello, what are you guys doing in my forest?"
Perhaps we shouldn't tell them the whole truth. So
No, we should definitely tell him the truth.
Alright, you guys are whispering to each other, and he like tilts his head to try to hear what you're saying. Squints his eyes at you.
I'm gonna keep sucking the poison out.
What did you say, Patrick?
We are the world's most unprofessional snake hunters.
He laughs and he goes, I saw that much. You guys found the snakes. Nasty vermin. And he produces a vial, a very small vial of black liquid, and walks up to Grim and tries to get you to take it.
Drink it, drink it.
What color is it?
It's like black, but also brown.
Fuck it, I drink it.
Okay, it's very, very small, probably like the size of your pinky. And yeah, you down it and you start to feel better, but you're not 100%. Uh, what do you do?
I say thank you.
Okay, he takes the vial back and puts it back where he got it, which is this satchel that you see on his hip, and you see all other kinds of like herbs in there, and other remedial things, and um, so he says to you guys, "You seem like nice men, all of you, but I heard what you said, and perhaps you have something to hide. Just tell me right now, what brings you this deep into the forest?"
So we're looking for a cult.
Okay, Farron just comes out and says that, and his face, while he was frowning and squinting at first, he has this look of understanding. His face kind of goes blank for a second, and he's thinking, and he says, a cult. What is a cult? I think I know of the people that you speak of. They move around the forest and do strange things. Oftentimes they light the forest on fire just like you have. Very unpleasant folk. I think I could lead you toward them if you're interested.
I want to say, yeah, that's probably them.
What do I roll to see if he's telling the truth?
Insight is a skill.
But I also want to say that the fire was an accident.
He just chuckles and tells you, it's quite alright. It doesn't matter.
I got an 18.
He says you were trying to protect yourselves, I understand. These folk run around the forest lighting it on fire for no reason.
I got I got an 18 with insight.
Okay, you get the sense that he's telling the truth.
Alright, I tell everyone that we should follow him. We should listen to him.
What does Avalon think, Patrick?
About it, dude.
Okay. So you guys spend a little bit more time, getting yourselves ready, and he leads you off through the forest.
About what time is it now?
It's getting very dark because it's approaching the night.
Perhaps
Can I
we
fish real
should
fast?
fortify. I think we should probably hold up for the night and see if this guy will inform us or help us find them. Shortly or in the morning.
Yeah. He leads you through the forest at an astounding pace. He's able to help you guys keep up with him, even though you know that if you weren't there, he would be going so much faster. But yeah, he helps you guys set up a good camp, and he points out some things that make it safer, so that you won't be prone to, or you won't be as prone to like attacks from bears, wolves, snakes, things like that, and he kind of camouflages your campsite from the rest of the world, or the rest of the forest, that is.
Back.
Okay. Did you hear any of that?
What? No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. He helps you guys set up camp. Gorg does, the forest elf. And the night passes slowly for most of you because you're not able to find good sleep after that traumatic experience with the snakes. Every movement you hear in the woods seems foreboding and dreadful.
What's this guy's name again?
Gorg?
Borg?
Yeah, Gorg. And yeah, but the sun finally dawns and you find Gorg has gotten up to a early morning, and he's ready to lead you guys to where you think you need to go.
What did he get breakfast?
Okay. So you guys set out for the day. You pack up your bedrolls, eat some rations, and he again starts leading you through the forest at an astounding speed. And before you know it, it's after a few hours, but it seems like no time at all. You are on a hill and you're overlooking a clearing, and like the hill slopes down in such a way that you could see into the clearing. And there's all these trees that have been cut down, and it's strange because you haven't seen anything like this inside the reaching woods. And you see people milling about, doing manual labor, building things like cabins or like longhouse type buildings. And in the middle you see a ziggurat made of stone. And it looks like no one's like really using it right now, but you can tell that it's been used. And there's like blood that's caked on each side of it. Like there's steps that go up each side, and there's blood like all over the steps and up and down the thing. And it's probably about 30 feet tall.
Can I try and see if there's any like symbols on it to kind of give us an idea of what's been going on there? Maybe perception, religious, or
Yeah, it's quite far away though, so you wouldn't be able to make out fine detail.
so no giant like emblems on the side of it or at the top of it or whatnot.
You don't notice anything that sticks out from as far away as you are.
They aren't dressed in any such a fashion where we could just walk in and blend in.
Gork certainly couldn't. You could maybe try to. You can't make out their clothes from as far away as you are, though. The people just look like ants.
I tell everyone, let's move forward. Once we get closer, we'll make a decision.
Is that agreeable?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take a group stealth check or not? Or like individual ones?
Yeah, let's
Well, how
just do it
far
real
are
slow.
we? If we look like or if they look like ants to us, so I'm imagining we're pretty far.
Yep, you are. A few hundred yards.
Let's go stealth.
Alright, I'll just do like an average of your passive stealths, I think.
Why an average of the passives?
For a group stealth.
What's it based off of? 'Cause I got +4 to stealth.
So that would just be 10 plus 4.
14.
Because for your passive stealth, we assume you roll a 10 each time.
But I rolled a 17.
I mean, I could roll stealth the whole way there.
My passive is 18.
Let's do passive.
I have so 5 points in that, and then I've got training and expertise in stealth.
What? So, Patrick, it sounds like you have 19 passive. So, we'll say a 17 stealth as you guys move toward this clearing of trees. Do you want Gorg to follow you? He expresses some disinterest in really going down there.
No, I want to stay back. Tell him to stay back, and we'll handle it from here. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to tell him we appreciate him helping us find these people, and ask him if he has any information on, like, in regards to the city of Chicago, like, in what direction are we? Or, like, is there an easy path back that way?
He says no. He doesn't know what lies outside the forest. He's spent his whole life in the forest, so he doesn't know where Chicago would be relative to where you are now, and he only knows like how to get around within the forest. He says he'll be around, and once you try to leave, he'll be able to find you again and possibly lead you out or lead you in the direction that you came from. Like, he could lead you back to where he found you and you guys could go back from there.
Alright.
Okay, so well, regarding the cultists, before he leaves, he says, yes, I agree. I don't think that this is my fight, but I do hope that you can rid the forest of these cultists, as you call them. Ever since they arrived, the forest has become more and more dark and more twisted. I've never seen some of the things that they have brought forth from whatever other realms there are in the multiverse. They're
I wanna
up
ask
to
him what he
something.
sees.
I haven't gotten close enough to see in great detail. I've seen hulking monstrosities moving from tree to tree, lumbering through the forest. I've seen smaller things flying through the air. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They're up to no good, though. What do you reckon they're doing?
Something evil.
What?
I said something evil.
Yeah,
A crime against the gods.
perhaps. Yet the gods do nothing. Interesting. So,
we start heading
yeah,
out towards there.
he parts from you, and you guys are moving down the hill. It's very slowly, trying to maintain your um, inconspicuousness. You guys aren't very versed in moving in the forest, but you do a good enough job.
We use, don't forget, passive perception for me and Patrick, probably.
Yeah. I was,
Just to make sure there's no hulking figures, sneaking up on us and shit.
yeah. You guys are making your way down the hill, and it starts to flatten out, and you realize that you're getting closer to the place that you saw from above. And Avalon and Grim notice a cloaked figure moving something in the distance. He's moving like some logs into the forest or out of the forest, but he's just like milling about and doing work. What do you do?
I motion to stop the guys, and I quietly tell them that we should probably observe them for a minute or so that we can possibly learn their interactions better.
Okay, you do only see one though.
Only the one?
Yeah, so he's not interacting with anyone.
How big is he?
He seems like a normal sized human being, but he has like a hunchback. And he has a short sleeved robe. Which is interesting. But
Can we like kidnap him and hog tie him?
what, Patrick?
Just kidnap him, like trap him, interrogate him. It'll be fun.
Try that. You want to try that, you guys? Do you think that that's
How
agreeable?
close?
Guys, do you think that's agreeable?
Around him?
He's 50 yards away.
Is there anyone around him though? Is he like far away from everyone else?
You don't notice anyone else.
I think maybe we should do a circle around and, get a good idea of what we're dealing with beforehand.
Like split up?
Yeah, just grab him. Oh, good. It's not like he's their leader or anything.
What do you think?
Who would follow Hodgeback around?
By circle around, do you mean split up and circle around, or just as a group circle around?
That or maybe whoever has the best, like maybe have, two people try and trap him like Patrick's suggesting, and then one person kind of move around and keep an eye on the area.
Okay, you can do that. But we'll pick this up next time because I gotta work tomorrow.
Alright.
Alright.
It's good for everyone.
Yeah, let's figure out another date.